Chelsea's 5-1 victory over West Ham wasn't just another match. It was a turning point, a performance that made fans lean forward in their seats, hold their breath, and for the first time in what feels like forever, believe again. Stamford Bridge wasn't just a stadium that night. It was alive. The roar of the fans, the crispness of the passing, the sheer swagger of the football. It felt like the Chelsea of old, but also something entirely new. 5 goals, each one sharper, cleaner, and more ruthless than the last, ripped West Ham apart. But here's the thing. While most will remember the scoreline, the goals, and the celebrations, there's a deeper story hiding beneath this match. A story that reveals why this performance could completely change Chelsea's future. And that's what we're going to unravel. From the very first whistle, Chelsea set the tone. There was no hesitation, no nervous build-up, none of that slow, hesitant football we've seen too often this season. They came out hungry, determined, and fearless. The press was aggressive, the midfield crisp and efficient, and the attack? Relentless. Every touch seemed intentional. Every run was perfectly timed. West Ham couldn't breathe. Within minutes, you could see the difference. Chelsea weren't just playing football, they were playing with conviction. And that conviction translated into dominance. The first goal arrived like a spark. A quick move, sharp passing, and the kind of finish that screamed confidence. It wasn't just about being 1-0 up. It was about sending a message. Chelsea were here not to scrape through, but to dismantle. And the crowd at Stamford Bridge responded immediately. The energy doubled, the belief surged. It felt like everyone inside the stadium knew something special was happening. As the game wore on, the goals kept coming. The second, the third, the fourth, each one felt like another hammer blow to West Ham's confidence. Their defense was shredded, the midfield overrun, and their attack barely registered. By halftime, the match was all but over. But Chelsea weren't satisfied. They wanted to keep pushing. They wanted to show not just that they could win, but that they could dominate, humiliate, and overwhelm. And yet, as entertaining as the goals were, as thrilling as the attacking football looked, there was something else unfolding beneath the surface. Something far more important than just the scoreline. Because hidden inside those 90 minutes was the answer to why this match truly matters. You see, Chelsea's season has been a roller coaster. Highs that gave fans hope, quickly followed by lows that brought frustration. Moments of individual brilliance, undone by collective errors. It's been inconsistency, hesitation, and at times, a lack of belief. Fans questioned whether this squad even understood each other, whether the system was too complicated, whether the players were ready for this stage. Rivals mocked them. Pundits wrote them off. And in many ways, it was justified. But against West Ham, something shifted. For the first time, Chelsea didn't just look like a team of talented players. They looked like one unit, moving with purpose, attacking with freedom, and defending with solidarity. And here lies a unique thread that runs through this entire game: trust. For weeks, the biggest criticism of this Chelsea side has been their hesitation. The winger not making the run because he wasn't sure the ball would come. The striker delaying the shot because he doubted the pass. The midfield holding on to possession too long because they didn't believe in the movement around them. It was a lack of trust in the system, in the manager, in each other. But against West Ham, that disappeared. Look closely at the goals. The winger who commits to the overlap because he knows the midfielder will cover his space. The striker who times his run to perfection because he trusts the pass will arrive. The midfield, quick and decisive, recycling possession without fear because they know the defense is solid behind them. These are not just tactical adjustments. They are emotional ones. It's the difference between playing cautiously and playing with freedom. And that freedom comes only when a squad truly trusts one another. That's why this 5-1 win is bigger than just the goals. Because while fans will celebrate the 5, the real story is that Chelsea finally looked like a team that believed, not just in themselves individually, but in the collective. The trust was visible in every movement, every pass, every celebration. And when you have that trust, football flows. The game feels lighter. Risks are taken, and chances are created. And when the talent Chelsea have is given that platform, nights like this happen. West Ham did pull one back, but by then, it was nothing more than a footnote. The game was gone, the result sealed. Chelsea had already sent the message they needed to send. And it wasn't to West Ham, it was to the rest of the Premier League. that this young, often criticized squad is beginning to grow up. The final whistle blew. The scoreboard read 5-1. But the true scoreline was bigger than that. It was confidence restored. It was belief rekindled. It was trust rediscovered. This wasn't just another win. And it wasn't just another 3 points. It was a night Chelsea showed the football world what they can become when everything clicks. Because here's the truth. Goals fade, headlines fade. But what doesn't fade is a shift in mentality. Chelsea found something far more valuable than a scoreline against West Ham. They found trust. And if they can carry that into the weeks and months ahead, this isn't just a glimpse of their future. This is the start of it.